Well, everyone, I think it's that time. I think it's our favorite time of any Chud watch, and that's Jeremy, the Quartering, has a brand new video on Brie Larson. And as we all know, Jeremy may be Brie Larson's biggest fan, but I am Jeremy's biggest fan, okay? I'm obsessed with his obsession. I can't quit him. I wish I could. So today, let's hear him talking about, as per the title of this video, all-female Avengers movie is real and led by Brie Larson. This is amazing. Mitchell Drummer, we have homophobia, racism, degenerate, grifting, misreading, study. Okay. On the bingo card. And then, MMO Addicted, I ordered a pizza today and it was pretty good. Not the best, but I had it delivered, and then I assume that's a picture of the pizza.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Bits for the Brokeback reference. Thanks. Yeah. Sure looks like a pizza. I'm sure it was good. Okay, Jeremy, what do you got for us?
Well, it looks like Brie Larson's all-female Avengers is real, and it's going to happen. Smash like right now if you're ready for the train wreck. And if you haven't yet, please hit that red subscribe button. I could really use your voice here in my subscriber base. So maybe, just maybe, you'll get notified once in a while when I upload. Now, I covered this maybe 6 months ago when Brie was talking about an all-female Avengers. And I talked about then how hilarious it was. And now...
Why is that hilarious? Like, A-Force is a thing in the comics. They're probably just gonna do that. That's fine.
And also that I thought, given Kevin Feige and his clear political motivation and that cringe
The political motivation. Oh no! A superhero movie with all women. We can have superhero movies with all men, or superhero movies that are mostly men with some women, but we cannot have superhero movies with only women. For reasons!
Common power moment in Endgame that we were almost certainly going to see this film. Well, now, Latia Wright has now, from Black Panther, Letitia? Letitia? I'll say it maybe. I don't know. I just didn't want to say it because I didn't want to get the yellow mark of shame. Sparks mixed reactions over potential movie. Black Panther star says Avengers movie featuring all-female lineup is being spearheaded by Marvel bosses, promoting mixed response on social media. I can't wait. I love it. I mean, think who doesn't want this?
I don't understand why you'd be against it. Like... I like the Marvel movies. In fact, I've been rewatching the Avengers movies the past couple days. They're entertaining. They're not like cinematic masterpieces, but they're a lot of fun. Why would you be inherently against just doing an Avengers movie but happens to include like all the female superheroes? That'd be fine. I'm sure they could have entertaining things to do. They could have interesting things to interact with each other. Like, that's fine. Why not do that? I'm not telling you you have to be clamoring for it. I wouldn't tell you you have to be excited for any movie. But, like, I don't understand why your opinion is like, no, we can't have this. Like, why? 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 Like, the first Avengers movie, the only female Avenger was Black Widow, right? So that's a movie that's mostly men, right? Most of the characters in that movie are men. And no one bitched about it. No one was like, oh my god, we can't have a movie with only one woman. And then you have Maria Hill, who's also in a little bit, but she's not an Avenger. She's just with S.H.I.E.L.D. So, like, I don't see the issue. What's the issue, Jeremy? Explain. Jeremy smells like alcohol and pee. I don't have smell-o-vision, so I couldn't tell you.
There isn't a single person on the planet that doesn't want this movie, that doesn't want all of the articles. Listen, I'm definitely not looking out for my financial security in the future. I'm definitely not eagerly looking forward to all the articles about toxic masculinity when this movie bombs. I just...
Why would it bomb? I don't think a single Marvel movie in the last 10 years has bombed. There have been ones that have made less money, but they've all been profitable. Like, it's the biggest franchise in the world. Whether that remains true after COVID's over, we'll have to see. I genuinely don't know. But, like, the Marvel movies are huge. They've all made a profit. Why would this one in particular fail just because it has ladies in it? Toeen24 with 20 bits. So a movie with Captain Marvel, Wasp, Shuri, Scarlet Witch, Kamala Khan, maybe Jessica Jones. Sounds dope. I doubt they'll do Jessica Jones. That would be pretty sweet, though.
I'm definitely not looking...
Does he still think Captain Marvel bombed? Guys, it was only the 23rd highest grossing film of all time. What a bomb. It didn't even crack the top 10 most profitable movies of all time. It's up there in the 20s! Wind Chanter with 20 bits. You don't need it. The drain in his basement never emptied, so it's guaranteed the smell seeped into his clothes, and old stale pee smells worse. Oh, this is gross. This is all gross. Did you guys see they casted Kamala? Kamala Khan? Hold on. Kamala Khan. Do. This girl got casted as Kamala Khan for the upcoming... Well, I'll just say the MCU, because they're both doing a Miss Marvel TV show on Disney+, and Miss Marvel's also going to appear in movies, so... That's who got cast. Did I say Kamala Harris? It's Kamala Khan. I keep making that mistake for some reason. I'm thinking about the election. Can we not discuss gross pee? Sure. I actually, after playing some of the Marvel Avengers game, I ended up starting to read the Miss Marvel comic, because I have the Marvel Unlimited app thing for my tablet, so I can just read comic books on there, and it's pretty good. I like the Miss Marvel series.
Out for my own interests here. I want this...
It has the same... Miss Marvel, to me, feels like a 21st century version of Peter Parker. And what I mean by that is Peter Parker was created as like a teenager in the 60s with real world problems and kind of dealt with those as a teenager or someone in their early 20s would. And Kamala Khan is very similar. Young person with powers and deals with family issues and all sorts of other drama, but also is trying to keep it together and do superhero stuff on the side. Reminds me a lot. So, I like it.
Movie. The actor who plays teen tech guru genius Shuri in the MCU has added fuel to the rumors that the studio is eager to produce a new all-female Avengers movie. She said it's only a matter of time before it happens. Speculation began the female superhero team-up that occurred during a massive final battle of Avengers Endgame.
Tucker White, 94, I'd like to make an announcement. I'm now Hannah's third biggest bit simp. Well, thank you for the bits.
The empowering scene saw Shuri and the likes of Captain Marvel, Pepper Potts, and Scarlet Witch come together against Thanos and his army. By the way, I love Scarlet Witch. Sorry. Big fan. Big fan of the character. Big fan of the actress. Too bad I'm not paying for Disney Plus. Otherwise, I'd watch WandaVision. I suppose there are other ways. It was one of the movie's most talked about moments. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
It was definitely one of the more talked about. People like you harped on it constantly. MMO addicted must preserve my position at the top. Good luck with that. Jeremy, people like you, like, hammered it into the ground. Like, I agree. It's a pretty forced moment where they're like, she's not alone, da-da-da-da. But it's not out of place in a Marvel movie. Marvel movies, the entire franchise is just, like, fan service moments. That's the entire backbone of the franchise, is doing fan servicey things. So it didn't feel that out of place for me. But yeah, it's a little groan-inducing. But it was fine. It's fine. It didn't really matter. Tucker White 94, fear not. Your reign at the top is safe this week. MMO addicted.
No, it wasn't. And you know what was funny? When we were in the theater, my wife laughed. My wife laughed at that scene and looked at me because she knew it was cringe. And she's totally a normie. She doesn't even watch my videos. She doesn't.
0% chance someone who marries Jeremy is a normie.
Even know what I do down here, okay? She has no idea, and even she, a normie woman, was like, cringe, bro. It's still a case of debut a year later. Some fans saw the scene as an attempt to make up for MCU's lack of prominent female superheroes, while others accused it of being lip service without making any real change. Of course.
Yeah, that would be my position, basically. It was a moment for Marvel to be like, look at all the female superheroes we have, when in actuality, like, one of them was Mantis, who I like Guardians of the Galaxy, but she's not really superhero-y. She just kind of has an ability. And another one was Pepper Potts, who was just like a side character in Iron Man who happened to be given armor in that scene. Like, they really had to pad out the female characters for that scene. I think it really highlighted the fact that Marvel, even though they've been around for 10 years, don't really have that many female characters walking around that have stuff to do with the plot. So I get that. That's basically where I stand on it. I'm hoping with, like, Miss Marvel, future Captain Marvel stuff, and Scarlet Witch and stuff moving forward, they can expand on their female characters.
Of course, because these people are never, ever happy. When you fall in that debate...
What happened to Pepper's power from Iron Man 3? They removed it. They mentioned that in the voiceover at the end of Iron Man 3.
Wherever you fall in that debate, the prospect of seeing more of Marvel's strongest woman on the big screen is an exciting one. And it's something that could happen very soon, if the new interview on Yahoo Entertainment is anything to go by. Quote, is an all-female Avengers movie in the works? When asked if she's fighting for an all-female Avengers movie to happen, she replied, I don't think we have to fight for it. Victoria Alonso is very strong and spearheading, along with Kevin Feige. It's only a matter of time before we do it. She also had a dream lineup for the movie, pointing out to her fellow Black Panther stars, and Angela Bassett, and she also named Tessa Thompson, Valkyrie, and of course Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. What about Scarlet Witch? As expected, the continued speculation over an all-female Avengers movie has received a mixed response from Marvel fans, ranging from overwhelming joy to confusion and outright disapproval. Quote, the small taste we got of an all-female fronted Avengers movie during that final fight in Endgame immediately left me wanting more, wrote an excited fan on Reddit. On Reddit, of course. Would love to see this take shape. Look, if I were a Hollywood actor, I would be definitely promoting... I would definitely be campaigning for more movies of which myself could star in, okay? I get it. Let's be real here. Those Marvel paychecks have got to be pretty spicy, and I would definitely be out there campaigning for more.
Does this count as complaining about minority protagonist? I'm going to count it, even though women aren't really a minority. They're a minority in representation in Hollywood, so I'll count that
For them.
I think it goes to the spirit of the bingo space, even if the exact wording isn't accurate.
Another is more critical of the intentions behind the movie, as long as there's an organic reason for there to be an all-female group. I don't want these female heroes to be shoehorned in a movie just for the sakes of feminism. Well, I mean, they're only going to be able to fight crime 3 weeks out of the month.
Hey guys, you know how women are completely incapable of operating as human beings in the workplace during their periods? And how women all get an extra week off a month just for their period? Oh, that doesn't happen? Oh, I guess it's a bad joke then. That's a bummer.
Yeah, take that one and clip it.
Philosophy Light with 69 bits. Nice. Okay, who cares if there's an all-female Avengers movie? I trust the MCU to make it good. It hurts literally no one, yeah. That's basically where I am on it. Like, it doesn't matter, guys. Like, I think it's cool. I'm excited for basically any MCU movie. And I think Marvel, and this would piss Jeremy off to hear this, but it's true. After the monumental success of Captain Marvel, which again is one of their higher grossing movies, I think they've recognized, oh, there are women out there who really enjoy superhero movies and they want to see more women in the main roles in those movies. So it would make sense to do like just from a marketing perspective, hey, we're doing a movie and it's going to include all the cool, like, women that you like from the MCU movies. That makes sense to me. I don't know.
I'm fine with it. One person even suggested the movie would be part of a political agenda, but others defended the idea, pointing out that nobody bats an eye when an all-male team is default, so an all-female team shouldn't need a reason to exist.
I agree with that statement. Like, guys, it's not like... How do I put this? No one cared that the original Ghostbusters were all dudes, but all of a sudden they make an all-female team of Ghostbusters and everyone freaks out. Like, guys, it just doesn't matter. I don't like 2016 Ghostbusters. I don't think it's funny. But the fact that they're women is not what the problem is with that movie. Like, consistently throughout the history of movies and books and other things, there's an underrepresentation of female main characters. So we're trying to get to a place where it's more equitable, where it makes sense relative to the actual proportion of women in society. And then when stuff like this happens and we're like, hey, maybe we're going to do a movie where the main characters aren't men, and people like Jeremy flip out. And it's like, Jeremy, do you not understand that the status quo for most of the history of movies has been women not being in prominent roles at all? Like, chill out. You have 99% of movies that are catered to you. Can you not just accept that other people want things catered to them? Stupid. Antipodian Squid with 50 bits. I'm off for now, everyone. Have fun with the rest of the stream, and I'll see some of you later for some spirit science fun. Coolio. Thanks for coming.
I agree. I 100% agree that an all-female Avengers movie is amazing. I love everything about it. I mean, I'm going to be right on the front lines of supporting all the strong, independent women who don't need no man. I'm sure that it's going to make billions of dollars at the box office.
It would probably make $1 billion. Yeah, Captain Marvel did.
I'm sure that the media, if it doesn't, I'm sure the media won't blame men for not wanting to see the movie. I'm sure the actresses definitely won't have takes about toxic masculinity and how this is going to scare the toxic males out there. I'm sure
Tucker White 94, there's a giant butt coming. Yeah.
I'm sure that the media is not going to have takes that say if you don't pay to see this movie that you have underlying issues with women. I'm sure none of these things are going to happen. Some joked that Marvel should take cues from the now infamous Girls Get It Done plotline from The Boys, which poked fun at the Avengers. It ended with 3 female superheroes taking on a villain.
That was rad, by the way. If you guys saw The Boys Season 2, that was awesome.
Only if they go at it from the girls like The Boys, the Reddit user said. If it does go ahead, an all-female Avengers movie is likely a long way off before the fans have to look forward to it, including Black Widow hitting cinemas on May 7th, 2021. Oh, they delayed that again, I forgot. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is due for release on July 9th. By the way, I think both of these films will greatly underperform at the theater.
I mean, probably. I think all films are going to be underperforming at the theaters at that point. Like, we're in a pandemic, Jeremy, and even if a vaccine gets released, it's going to take a long time before everyone can get it. And even then, like, people are not going to go out right away. People are concerned. So yes, all films are going to underperform for the next couple of years, I think. Tucker White 94. So how many gallons of poison did Jeremy's dump down the well? Guys, wait until, and this is going to happen. I'm a psychic. I'm going to predict something that's impossible to predict. Black Widow's going to come out, and
There's nothing funny about the tools
it's not going to do as well. Specifically because of COVID, and because people don't want to go back to movie theaters right now. And Jeremy's going to go, haha, see? You thought this female superhero stuff was going to go well. Well, look at this movie. And he is going to completely ignore the fact that all movies will be doing bad at that time. It's going to be maddening listening to his brain-dead take.
I think that we've seen a long, how do you say? People have been off that drip, off that Marvel superhero Disney drip, long enough to kind of remember that there are better movies out there. And I'm not
Jeremy, people aren't under some delusion or spell because of the Marvel movies. People just like fun, popcorny action comedy movies. Like, I get it. And at some point, the Marvel movies are going to stop making all the money in the world. Right now, the Avengers movies are like the most popular movies on the planet. That's going to end at some point. It wouldn't surprise me if it's already, like, ending, right? We had Endgame. The general population might be like, I don't care after that. I got the conclusion. Tony Stark's dead. Whatever. It's possible. And that's fine. That's just how film genres go. Sometimes they get really popular and become like a fad, and then they go away. Not a big deal.
Saying,
but it's not going to be caused, I don't think, by COVID specifically. It's not like they're breaking out of a spell and deciding, wait a minute, these movies weren't that good. It's probably just going to be like, well, I've seen these. I'm kind of over it. And that's fine.
that Marvel movies are terrible. I'm just saying that they're not amazing. They have amazing scenes in them. And there are Marvel movies that are really good. I think the first Guardians of the Galaxy was really good. I think Doctor Strange was really good.
That's surprising to me because, like, to me, Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel are, like, literally right there with each other in terms of, like, quality. I think they're both a little bit played out superhero origin movies, but they're carried by some fun moments and the actor and actress respectively playing the titular roles. So it's weird to me that Jeremy, like, counts Doctor Strange amongst his favorites. It's kind of weird to me.
I think there are episodes, in the Avengers plotline that are pretty good. Winter Soldier, or, something like that. Or, I mean, even you could say Endgame was pretty good. Still kind of long for me. Too much kind of winding roads in that film.
Captain Rose, the 20 bits cough cough westerns in the mid-century and action men in the 80s and 90s. Trends come and die. Yep. We're probably coming to the end of the Marvel one, which is a little bit of a shame. I really enjoy the movies, but I get it, I was pretty fortunate that those became really popular in the first place. It's kind of wild,
Ultimately, Marvel movies have no stakes. They can just bring back characters, go to alternate universes. And for me, I like real stakes. Not that Chuck Norris starring in Missing in Action 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 didn't feel like there weren't stakes, but it just had a different feel to me because Chuck Norris being invincible is something that we just all know to be fact.
Oh, Chuck Norris jokes in 2020. Cutting edge humor, folks.
Now, of course, the movie talks about the actress says Black Panther sequel would be strange to make without Chadwick. And yeah, it will be strange. I mean, I think... I don't know what you do with it. I think you can replace him. Black Panther is a character, not an actor. I think that if you give it time and you really pull the viewers, I think you can take an existing character and have them wear the mantle. We see this with Batwoman right now. We'll see. Replacing the actor or actress behind Batwoman isn't why that show failed. It was the writing. I think you can have, people say Shuri is the Black Panther. People should do that. Those sentiments prove how Shuri has taken a life of her own in the 2 years since Black Panther hit theaters. I think she's a great character, a strong actress. I don't think she should be Black Panther, but...
Why? Why, Jeremy? She becomes Black Panther for a while in the comics. I just don't see Disney dropping the Black Panther franchise because the first one made so much money and was such like a cultural phenomenon, It was so big, I cannot imagine them dropping it. So the logical choice is to make Shuri the new Black Panther.
But, I think she can be if Marvel wants it. I mean, this is Marvel's dream, right? Replace an existing male superhero character with a female. This is exactly what Marvel wants.
Is Jeremy so drunk or deluded that he legitimately thinks Kevin Feige is sitting in a chair somewhere and he's like, how do I get rid of all these men? That's not how it works, you idiot.
But I don't know. Make sure you smash like and you spread this video everywhere. We've got to make sure this movie happens. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Oh, God, Jeremy. Just stop. Just stop. I really don't like Jeremy. Okay, that's enough Jeremy for today.